Ladies and gentlemen, I have bought a brand new car, and it's this, the 1986 Volkswagen Cabriolet. It's a little bit rough around the edges. Now, I've never bought a project car before, and this might be my first time buying a project car. So, one may ask, how did I get this thing here, and where did I get this? I drove with my friend Eli all the way over to Fort Wayne, Indiana, to drive it back here in Dayton. Driving this thing back. We left on a Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. and we had to drive about 2.5 hours all the way to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Once we arrived, we saw the car. The car was sitting on the side of the house, and it looked like it was in pretty good condition by the time we drove into it. I messaged a guy on Facebook Marketplace. I said, hey, we're here, and he came out. He showed us around the car. We opened all the doors. I sat in the back seat. The reason why I brought my friend Eli with me was because I don't know how to drive manual. And also he's a mechanic, so he knows about cars. So if there's something that were to happen, I could have him along and he can help me fix it. So the owner drove us around the car for a bit, and then Eli's turn was to drive around the car. The owner showed us the suspension stuff and everything, and the car was driving great, started perfectly fine. We even had the top down too. We drove it around, and I was really impressed by the car. It drove really good. I mean, the outside wasn't particularly the nicest, but I feel like you can always fix that, right? So I went around and I actually purchased the car, and then this happened. Yeah. So we started to and pull out a little bit, and the car was stuck in first gear. Like, we couldn't get the car going in first gear. We get the owner out, and he was like, oh, here's how to do it. And it's like, okay, cool. So we eventually got it back on the road, and we went to our first stop, which was the gas station. That left me in charge of filling up the car, which was a little bit of an interesting experience.
Okay. Well, now we see how this will go, because this is going to be a very interesting experience. Have I made a bad decision? We will see. That's not good. Oh, that hurts. What have I done? It looks clean on camera. It really does. Let me look closer. There's that. This is probably the worst one.
Then after Eli came back, he needed his phone to be charged because we didn't charge his phone all the way because he uses a different charger. So we had to get a phone charger at a gas station. We couldn't find any. They were kind of expensive too. They're like $28 at a gas station. Who spends $28 at a gas station on a phone charger? Like, go to Walmart, you can get it for like $6. Anyways, so we decided to go to a Walmart because we know Walmart's going to be cheaper on that. And then I was driving on my way, and then I get this message.
Now, I can't drive manual.
Something is not right with the transmission.
That's not good.
So we pulled over to a Walmart parking lot, and I lost him at this point because there was a red light, and I don't want to run a red light. So I just stood there, and he just went off, so I didn't know where he went actually. So I was doing my best. I wasn't too far away from the Walmart, but I was trying to do my best without navigation to get to this Walmart. Anyways, I managed to make it to the Walmart. Yeah, so we went ahead and decided to call the owner because he knows more about the car than we do. So we went ahead and called the owner.
Calling the owner, this is not it. I may have made a mistake.
And so while we were waiting for the owner to come in, I went inside to go grab his phone charger. There was a cigarette lighter in the car, but we didn't know if it would actually work. The owner didn't even know if it would actually work. So I went inside, grabbed a phone charger, and this was a very interesting one because there was a cop outside of this Walmart for some reason, which I don't understand why. It's kind of weird. Like the Walmarts we have around here, they don't have any cops that just hang around the outside. So it's kind of strange.
All right, I had to grab some supplies, but there's a cop at this Walmart. I don't know what's going on.
And we just sat and waited for a bit. And then the owner came, and he came out and he brought all of his tools. He actually like came out and fixed the car. It turns out there was this little part, the shifter linkage part, that was plastic and it kind of was wearing a little bit, and that just needed to be replaced. We somehow, and this was a moment where I was like, oh shoot, what have I done?
All right, guys. I made a mistake.
But the most exciting part happened, and this was crazy. The car was running again, and it actually drove back on the road. We drove on the highway, and we got this car running. As soon as it's like we got so, I don't know how lucky we got or unlucky we got. It's weird, but we got right into when I get to my neighborhood, the shifter linkage broke again, and it's because that part was a cheap. I think it was a plastic part, German engineering, and so I ordered the new part. The new part was supposed to come yesterday, so hopefully it isn't. But got the shifter linkage in, and that was the only part that apparently needed to be replaced. So it broke as soon as we came in here. So we had to park it and where it's sitting. And that's how we got this thing back. It was insane. We got home at like midnight. We were supposed to get home around 8. The idea was to go there, test drive the car, and then drive home, which wouldn't be too bad because the guy used it for his daily driver. But yeah, we managed to get it home. So join us as I try to fix this car and make sure that this car runs perfectly fine. Please consider subscribing and like the video, and I'll see you guys in a later video.